Hey everybody, Bob Chick back with another exciting edition of The Voice of Bodybuilding, brought to you by Redcon One, powered by Panada as always. Updates are coming, folks. We are literally days away from the equipment coming in for the big unveiling, the big home gym, Panada inspired, 10 pieces of brand new equipment being delivered. We're currently renovating the entire gym, which we call my garage. And if you notice, we got a brand new set here because we moved everything up to a different location. So hopefully you guys like it. But basically, this is my office. So we're going to be doing all future podcasts right here as we get the equipment in. And we can start doing some instructional video then. I'm very excited about bringing you guys some instructional video, training tips, things I've learned over the years. So we're going to be doing a whole lot of that once I got this equipment in and once we've got some room to be shooting some stuff. So all right, the topic this week at hand, the topic du jour. All right, it's going to be an interesting one for everybody. So we talked about the New York Pro and the results of it and some of the top names that were going in. And I brought up a good buddy of mine, Brent Swanson. Now, I brought up Brent for a few reasons. One, very hardworking guy, gets in great condition. Took him a while to get his pro card. I know a little bit about that. But well-deserved, and he finally made it. The reason I brought up Brent was a couple of different reasons. And I wanted to give him a shout out before the New York Pro because I thought this was legitimately a show that he could have a good shot of doing well. When I say doing well, I'm talking about, making the top 5, top 6. So he didn't end up doing that well in terms of placings. Okay, he ended up in 9th place. But this isn't about where he placed, okay? It's about a post that I saw, which inspired me to want to put out this edition of The Voice of Bodybuilding and the topic that I wanted to cover. So, in a nutshell, Brent's got a couple of fans / clients. I guess they do some personal training from the description. We'll get into that in a second. That put out a big, long, lengthy post after the show about how disappointed they were. And I'll read some of the quotes. Well, let's just put it up right now. Okay, so let's pop that up there right now on the screen, and I'll keep yapping. I've been doing this for 44 years, got lots of experience. My son is now competing, and then even he saw that this was a travesty. Okay, so I believe, he starts right off the bat. I believe that he placed, he's talking about Brent now, okay, top 5 last year. Now, this is completely irrelevant. It doesn't matter what you placed last year. Different show, different lineup, different lighting, different judging panel, the different physique you brought to the table, and so on and so on and so on. All right, strike 1. Number 2, he was the most shredded guy on stage. Okay, you can see it right there. The most shredded guy. What does that mean? There are so many components to a bodybuilding show. We've been over this, folks, over and over and over. The most shredded guy on stage. Listen, that's fantastic. If we were in the Mr. Shredded competition, well, he might have won the thing, right? But there's size, shape, proportion, symmetry, muscularity, presentation, and conditioning. So if that was all he had, then obviously you're what, 1 for 6? I mean, that's not really helping your cause. So that's strike 2. Earned a first call out. We believe he earned a first call out. No, you earn a first call out with your physique. You don't earn a first call out because of these other accolades or because you believe that he worked very hard or any of those things. The judges dictate who earns a first call out. I don't care who you are. Okay, if you're a former champ, if you're a former Olympian, I say, listen, that consideration only goes so far as to what you're, quote, entitled to. You're entitled to step on that stage, all right, in front of a jury of your peers, we call them the judges, and get compared to the guys next to you. Now it's all about comparison. I don't care if you've won 6 Olympias, okay? If you're not at that level at that point, if you blew your conditioning, if you just weren't in shape, you don't earn anything, okay? You earn it by showing up and being in contention with the other guys. Okay, strike 3. Strike 4, he's a man of heart. Listen, I know Brent for many years now. He's a great guy. But that's not on the criteria of judging. Out of all those things I just mentioned, heart wasn't one of them. The judges don't care, okay? Just like number 5, strike 5, all right? Cares about people. These are things that you're looking at, folks, okay, on this Facebook post. cares about people. What does this have to do with anything? Again, what am I missing here? The judges don't care. I have brought this up numerous times, and I'm putting this out to everybody. There's more. I'll keep going. Number 6, strong Christian man. Listen, we've got people from all denominations. I mean, I'm glad that Brent and Autumn are good people. God bless them. I mean, I love them. Okay, but your religious affiliations, your whether you're a good, noble person, whether you do things for charity and you've given yourself to the community and those type of things, have absolutely zero to do with the physique that you present on stage and getting judged against other competitors. He put 100% into his preps. So did everybody else. So what? The guy in last place, whoever that was, probably put 100% into his preps. It doesn't mean that he didn't work hard. Maybe he's got crappy genetics. Maybe he's got a lot of things on his plate. Maybe he's got 5 kids at home. He's got other priorities. This isn't a big deal for him. Maybe he's just not that good. We ever consider that. But you working hard is not an excuse to get a first call out. It doesn't make any sense at all. But the reason I bring this up is I'm putting this out to the fans, Facebook friends, family even, anybody that's out there, okay? You have to take these things out of consideration when you're objectively talking about a physique competition, because the underlying here is that he was given a raw deal, okay? That he deserved a top 5 call out. He should have been in that first call out. Their hearts were broken. Quote, our hearts broke when he wasn't in that top 5 call out, and he deserved to be called out. I couldn't disagree more. Listen, your hearts might have been broken for your friend personally, okay? Listen, I've had family around me for 13 years trying to get a pro card. Trust me, their hearts were broken as much as mine when I would go to another show, another year, and come up short of a pro card because they knew how hard I worked. They knew I put 100% in every prep. I still pride myself on the fact that in all my years of competition, all my years of competition prep, I never cheated on a diet once. Zero. I don't have any stories, folks, okay? I don't have any prep stories where I woke up at 3 a.m. and I got into the peanut butter. Oh, man, what did I do? And all those type of... I got friends that have those stories. I find them amusing. We used to laugh about them all the time. But I don't have any of those stories. I don't have stories of missing 2-3 days of cardio because my girlfriend broke up with me at the time, or I was having a rough time, or money wasn't great at that point. Nothing. You got up, you did what you had to do, no questions asked, hell or high water. You signed up for a show 3-4 months beforehand, and unless you were in the hospital, okay, you made it onto that stage. That's just the way it was. Different times now. I get that, folks, okay? So we're not going to get into that right now, but I'm merely bringing this up. I don't want to get off on a rant here, but if I got to hear one more person talking about how bad they feel or about how hard, if they only know how hard he worked or how hard she worked, and the age old, love it. I wish I had a dime for every time I had to say it, but my mother still thinks I should have won every single show I've ever been in. Why? Because I'm her son. Of course. She didn't think that big Ronnie Coleman guy should have been beating me. He's not as good looking as you, or he was too big. I'm like, Mom, it's a bodybuilding show. Yeah, he's supposed to be that big. Okay? Of course, your significant other is always going to believe you deserve better. But we have a panel of judges just for this reason, an impartial panel of judges. The behind the scenes on this post isn't that you just felt bad for your friend because how hard he worked. It's that there was some sort of thing behind the scenes going on here, that there was some mischievous type stuff going on, that he got screwed, or once again, he got the raw end of the deal or whatever. Let me ask you a question. What do you think anybody has against Brent Swanson? What? Anything? You telling me that before he got there, they all conspired, once again, have that big meeting that I'm never invited to, talking about what to do with these competitors before they even seen them, what direction we want to go into as a sport, as an entity, as a division, okay? You're telling me that this is what takes place. Or he came out and they, for some bizarre reason, they just thought to themselves, you know what? Let's just not call this guy out in the top 5. For what reason? These guys came out. You get to present your physique on your own. Okay, that's why we do it in rounds. They got a quick look at you in the symmetry turns. They got a quick look at you doing your individual poses. Okay, much to Milos's ever loving chagrin. He loves those free poses. He was able to do anything he wants to show off his physique to its best. Okay, then you got called out, and then you were in the lineup of everybody on stage, and the judges call out who they check mark that they want to see next to each other. Okay, clearly, for whatever reason, I wasn't there. I've seen Brent compete before many, many times. I've been at the New York Pro. I'm very familiar with some of the physiques that were out there, but I did see pictures and I did see video. And yes, Brent was in very good condition. He was. Unfortunately, he's got other things that aren't the best. And the judges didn't feel as if he was in contention with anybody in the top 5. Actually, the fact that he took 9th says he just made it in contention with the second crew of 5 that they called out. Thus, he's in 9th place. Not a knock against Brent, okay? Nice guy, good people. Love these guys, all right? This isn't an attack on them personally. This is an attack on all you people that want to go out there after game day and put your personal feelings out there and allege that there's some wrongdoing going on, or there's actually some sort of conspiracy, or, again, some other just wacky reason as to why anybody would want to keep anybody down for no good reason. Okay, that is not the case, and that is not what happened. When you go to a physique contest, try to be semi-objective, okay? Just check your friendship at the door and come in and look and take out all that stuff. Nobody cares how hard you work. Nobody cares about your why. That's the new one I hear. But your why. Know your why. It's like your truth, right? There is no your truth. There is the truth. And then there's your opinion. Your why is yours and yours only. Nobody cares about it. About the journey, not the it's the destination. It's the, it's all that kind of, funky Tony Robbins-esque speaking stuff we always hear. No. This is bodybuilding. This is competition. It's absolutely about the destination. It's not about the journey. It's actually reversed. I couldn't disagree more. Nobody cares about your journey other than your 5,000 Facebook friends. Great. Put it out there for them. You know who really doesn't care about your journey or your why? The judges. All they care about is what they see up on that stage when you walk out there and you stand in there and you're going to be compared against the other people standing next to you. That's all they care about. Don't care about what they read on Facebook. Don't care about what you put out in your Instagram stories. They don't care about the sharpened pictures that you continuously use. And I keep telling you people, stop doing that. Not helping you, okay? That's what they're expecting when you show up on. There's no sharpening tool, okay, in the IFBB handbook or that bag of tricks backstage, okay, next to the voodoo stuff that we always talk about, next to the candy and the honey and the rice cakes with peanut butter and all those last minute things you think is going to actually propel your physique to the next level and into the top 5. Didn't happen then, ain't going to happen now. Okay, so check your why, check your journey and all that kind of stuff. And that's great. Put it out there. Be accountable to your people and your family and your friends. And that's great. Absolutely. But then don't come back complaining about sour grapes. Interestingly, I haven't heard Brent Swanson complain once. I haven't seen anything from him alleging any wrongdoings or, maybe he was disappointed he didn't do better. Of course, listen, we all compete to try to win, okay? But to all your friends and families and all those other people out there watching a show, please try to be objective. Try to put yourself in the seats of the judges and try to assess physiques, not personalities, not whether somebody's a good guy, okay? Just pure physiques. That's why it's called a physique competition, and that is what we do in the IFBB Pro League. All right, folks, that's going to wrap it up for this edition. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'll be back on there giving you my 2 cents as always, and that's going to wrap it up. I'm Bob Chick for the VOB.